On this video, I want to talk to you about something that's really personal to me right now. And today's the last day of August, and I had an extraordinary amount of drama this month show up in my life. And we all have distractions. We all have challenges that show up. And one of the things I've done thousands of one-on-one coaching calls with people. So I get to get in people like you, I get to get in your head and find out what are your fears and your dreams and what's holding you back and what are you thinking about. And one of the things I've learned by doing all these coaching sessions for decades is everybody deals with adversity. Some people think something bad happens and they go, how come bad things always happen to me? Because bad things happen to everybody. In life, there's duality. With up, there's down. With on, there's off. With day, there's night. With success, there's struggle. With poverty, there's wealth. There's duality in life. And life shows up for all of us. And life showed up for me this month. And it was a very challenging month. Yet, I had my best revenue month of the entire year. And you go, Eric, how is that possible? All this drama showed up, all this adversity, things that were very emotional for you. How are you able to maintain focus? And something I learned many, many years ago when I was going through my greatest financial struggle ever, my business, the wheels fell off. And I had a team of 20, and we were doing great. Everything was going fantastic. It was the greatest run of success I had had in my life up to that point. And one of my staff members decided to start their own company, which is not all that uncommon. You know, you work for a company, you want to do your own thing, and that's what he decided to do, except he decided, why don't I use Eric's staff members to start the company? And so he recruited away my core, and he persuaded them to go work for him. And so basically, my staff mutinied on me. And they left, and it all happened like that. And they took my database. They downloaded my database and were calling up my customers. And it put my business on life support. And I learned from that experience, because I worried a lot when that happened. I was depressed and I was worried. And I learned that worry and fear and panic do not manifest money. And I turned it all around. It took me a while, but what happened was I locked in on a mindset of focusing on revenue-producing activities. And here's what I thought. Let's say I'm working 9 to 5. 9 o'clock in the morning, laser focus on my job. Park my problems at the door when I walk out the door. So it's like leaving the house. If I was going to an office, I would metaphorically park my problems right at that door. And I thought, they're going to be there when I get home. They're not going anywhere. But at least I can go and I can focus on my job. And I can excel in my job. And then I would come home and the problems were there. And then I would deal with them at that time. I think it's important that we deal with certain situations. We got to deal with them at the appropriate time. So as I was going through drama this month, I was locked in during work hours for the most part. And I had a great, great month this month financially. So I really furthered my life financially, and I had these other struggles. Well, life goes in seasons, and if you're going through a tough time, it doesn't stay that way. Unless you mentally get stuck in a season. So let's say you get wrongfully terminated from a company, and you're really upset about that. And you stay angry about being wrongfully terminated, you could stay stuck in that season for a while. Well, you could be angry about being wrongfully terminated. I wouldn't blame you if you were. But at some point, we got to turn the page. We've got to let it go. And we got to forgive. Or not. I found in my life, as long as I'm willing to let stuff go, I never get stuck in a season. So right now, as of this moment, I'm dealing with some stuff right now. Some things that and I'm not going to share them on this video, but if I did, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's going on. Wow, I'm sorry, Eric. I had an Uber ride last night. And my wife and I went out to dinner. It's Friday night. And she was out driving, and I didn't want to drive also and meet her there. I just want us to have one car. So it's just a few mile drive, and I got in an Uber. So this is all top of mind for me, and I'm venting to the Uber driver. So I'm telling the Uber driver what's going on. She goes, oh my, I can't believe that happened to you, Eric. And I did over 10,000 in sales yesterday, which for my business is a big day. So how did I do that? I locked in and I focused on where I needed to be focused. You know, if you're having trouble right now, you're having drama show up in your life or things that are distracting you, my best advice to you, when you're working, be working and don't be bringing your distractions into your job. And that way you can lock in and you can focus. So back when my company fell apart, I rebuilt the company by focusing on work while I was at work. And that made a big difference for me. And if you are going through a tough time right now, my encouragement for you, if you need to forgive somebody, forgive them, even if they betrayed you. You know, these people that the gentleman who started his own company took my core team and they took my database. If that person walked in the door right now, I could have a pleasant conversation with them. I wouldn't be like, all right, let's go. It'd just be a pleasant conversation because I let it go. I'm not emotionally charged anymore about that particular situation because I let it go. So sometimes we need to forgive even if you were betrayed. This is all about focus. This is about you locking in because your goals and dreams are that important. It's important, I think it's important, to go after your goals and dreams on a daily basis because the clock's ticking on all of us. And we never know when our number is going to be called. There's going to be a day, someone's going to be watching this video, and I'm no longer going to be here on planet Earth. You know, there's people right now watching videos of the great Zig Ziglar or of Bucky Fuller, Napoleon Hill. They've all passed away, but their message lives on. So I don't know when my number is going to be called, but I'm not going to live my life with regret. I'm going to go out there and take action and get after my dreams. So I want to encourage you to pursue your dreams.